Nepal is known for what is above ground, for the 8,000-meter giants that dominate the skies. Tourists visit from all across the world. The country's economy, too, is heavily dependent on revenues from the tourist industry. But what lies underground? Phalam Khani Village Development Committee lies in Parbat district, 262 kilometers west of the capital Kathmandu. The settlement of Ghantari appears to be a typical Nepali farming community of the hills. Forests surround the fields of paddy cultivated by the mostly low-caste Hindu Dalits that live here. But there's more to Phalam Khani that meets the eye. The key lies in the name of the place. Phalam Khani means iron mine. And the fact that most of the Dalit groups living here are Kamis from the Blacksmith caste. Today, though the Kamis continue to perform their occupational duties, working with imported Indian iron to make and repair tools for the communities living in the area, most are compelled to till the land of their higher caste, more prosperous neighbors, since they usually do not own land of their own. Their low caste status often means that those whose land they till will use the tools the Kamis make, but will not even drink water from the same tap. But things were not always this way for the Kamis of Phalam Khani. Even if they have been long discriminated against, until 70 years ago, they were at least masters of their own fate. Known as Afre, iron miners, the Kamis were the center of a prosperous mining industry that supplied iron for agricultural and household tools to neighboring villages and high-quality weaponry, first to the principalities of the hills and then to the unified Nepali state that came into being at the end of the 18th century. The Kamis operated up to 4 smelters simultaneously, producing about 5 tons of iron every year.
त्यो बेलामा कामी कति धनी कति सम्पन्न थिए भन्ने साध्यै थिएन फलाउन भए कामदैन बाटर सिस्टम थियो पैसा थिएन आउँथ्यो कुरा माछा आउँथ्यो जिनामा चाउन आउँथ्यो जे आफूसँग छ त्यो सामान आउँथ्यो
The past lives on in Phalam Khani. This is Bhave Kami, a 90-year-old blacksmith. He lives with his wife Sani, tending to his chickens and store of maize. All his family have left the village in search of better opportunities. Once there was opportunity enough here. So why did Bhave Kami and his fellow Afrikamis cease to mine the seams under the windy hills of Hologade Dada? This photo from about 60 years ago reveals to us a very different scene and also indicates that the Kamis didn't stop mining because the seams were exhausted. Simply put, they ran out of trees to make charcoal to smelt the iron.
जङ्गल सकियो
It was only on the initiative of army veterans returning from the British and Indian armies in the early 1950s that these hills were reforested again.
यो जङ्गल त मैले पहिले मासेको गोल बनाएर नै हो फल्नु पार्नुलाई। यो वन कहिले भयो भने 2007 साल साउन 22 गते मेरो बुवा ब्रिटिस आर्मीमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो, इन्डियन आर्मीमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो। उहाँबाट आएर जम्मै गाउँको जनतालाई उठाएर ठाडो पाएको पनि पराल चाहिँ त्यहाँ 2-4 बुढा थिए, खाप्टे कालु 2-4 बुढा थिए। जम्मै जनता उठाएर खाप्टे कालुमा हामीले बार्नु पखेर लगायौँ र पछि जम्मै बार्नु पक्राएर सोरो बेरो लगाएर भेडो बाख्रो पस्न नदिएर बन्द गरायो। बल्ल भएको भनौँ यो।
There were other reasons too. Following Indian independence in 1947 and a change of regime within Nepal, the state began to import cheaper Indian iron in bulk. It also raised the taxes the miners had to pay to over 1,500 kilos of iron a year. Almost a third of what the Khamis of Halamkhani extracted from the mines.
त्यति बेला राणा कालमा के थियो भने राणाहरूले सानो ट्याक्स लगाएर त्यो रिसोर्समा पनि ट्याक्स लगाउनु सानो ट्याक्स लगाएर तैँले यति माग्नलाई मलाई दे बाँकी रहेको तेल 2007 सालपछि चाहिँ राणा काल समाप्त भएपछि त्यो ट्याक्सको प्रोभिजन यहाँतिर गयो र सरकारले अर्को कुरा गरेन। त्यसकारण चाहिँ रिसोर्सको जस्तो काठको चाहिँ बृहत रूपमा वन जङ्गल सडानी चाहिँ नि खानीहरूले गर्दाखेरिमा मध्यवर्ती पहाडी क्षेत्रहरूमा खानीहरूले गर्दा धेरै पहाडमा जङ्गलको सडानी र त्यसपछि चाहिँ फेरि राष्ट्रिय वन भन्ने नीति आयो जसले गर्दा यो सम्भव भयो।
Little wonder then that one by one, those involved in the trade either moved away or took up other work to survive.
खानी बिजनेस त गर्न पर्यो नि। धेरै हामीले बाग्लु ल्याइन्थ्यो, बाग्लु ल्याइन्थ्यो। खाली फलम पारे फलमका भारी बोकेर बाग्लु बिक्री गर्न जान्थ्यो।
यता स्याङ्जातिर
स्याउँदा पनि जान्थे हजुर जान त धेरै जान्थ्यो, हाम्रो बाग्लु जान्थ्यो।
But though Bhavikami stopped mining 70 years ago, he and his peers have vivid memories of the time they fashioned their own fate, just as they molded the metal to their own will. This bridge over the river Modi, built with local iron as the mining industry came to an end in Falamkhani, has been upgraded recently. But the thick links reach back into history even as, at the time, they connected the remote district of Dolpa with the rest of the country.
बाबुबाजेको भनाइअनुसार धेरै पुरानो चाहिँ यो पुल हो र यो लट्ठा चाहिँ हो। पर्वत जिल्लाकै त्यो फलामखानी भएको हुनाले ल्याउन पनि नजिक भयो र फलाम चाहिँ त्यहीँको भएको हुनाले त्यसरी यसलाई त्यसरी साङ्ला बनाएर पुलको रूपमा प्रयोग गरिएको थियो।
The descendants of Afrikamis have not forgotten either. They are alert to the possibilities of the abundant mines of Falamkhani, which are estimated to spread over 24 square kilometers and contain up to 2 million tons of iron ore. But as important as the economic potential is, for these modern-day blacksmiths, it is also a matter of pride to be able to continue the traditions of their ancestors. Today, Hiralal Sunar and Tham Bahadur Sunar are taking us down to the mines where they will extract iron ore, smelt it and fashion it into tools, just as their ancestors did. This is not just reconstruction of a history slipping out of view. It is, in some sense, a test of what's still possible for the blacksmiths of Phalamkhani.
अहिलेको अवस्थामा त्यसलाई आर्थिक रूपले निकाल्न चाहिँ गाह्रो छ। अब यी त हुन त कामी भनेको मेकानिकल इन्जिनियर नेपालको परिप्रेक्ष्यमा हेर्ने हो भनेदेखि हामीले जहिलेसुकै कामीहरूलाई तल्लो दर्जा भनेर राख्नु पर्यो। उसको स्किललाई उसले जानेको ज्ञानलाई हामीले कहिल्यै पनि त्यसलाई माथि ल्याउन कोसिस गर्नु।
The first thing is to find the iron ore, and we travel through these dense forests along the rugged slopes of Batasedara to find an abandoned mine shaft. The going isn't easy if you're not a local. The men identify a shaft as the still accessible and viable. We descend carefully.
अकाला बिकामा मरेका पितृहरूलाई हरि परमेश्वर धजो बाँधेको छु। हरि परमेश्वर सब पितृहरूले परमेश्वर रक्षा गरेर हरि परमेश्वरी पितृको लाइनहरू हरि पर यहाँ खानीका सिद्ध बाबा हरि परमेश्वरी हरि जहाँ भए पनि हाम्रो फेरि यो आत्मको कारण सफल होस् भन्दै मैले ढोकाली जलाएको छु।
Without delay, Hira Lal Biko begins work. Working by the light of a traditional oil lamp, itself made from the mine's iron, he transports us back in time.
यो फलाम खाने हो। पहिले यहाँका मान्छेहरूले यो फलाम खनेर जब एकदम कडा चट्टान फेला पारेपछि त्यसपछि उहाँहरूले खन्न छोडेको देखिन्छ। यो पिदी र यो चाहिँ कडा चट्टानको बिचबिचमा देखिने कतिपय रेसाहरूबाट निकालेको फलाम उनीहरूले प्युरिफाई गरिसक्यो र अहिले यो बिचमा पिलरको रूपमा राखेको र वरिपरि खन्दै गएर यदि यो चाहिँ नबत्कियोस् भन्ने उनीहरूको त्यतिखेरको सोसियली आफ्नो एउटा तर्क थियो र उनीहरू बच्नका लागि यस्तो आधार बनाउँथे।
This could be Bhavikami as a young man. It takes a while to gather a basket worth of iron ore, distinguishable by the colorful oxides streaking the stone, from a shaft that has already been mined before. But finally, Thombadur Sunar is done. And it's time for a well-earned break. We share the food the women have brought from the village, just like in old days, when the miners spent whole days down in the shaft. There's millet bread, cooked in leaves, corn, nettle greens and yam, and a cool buttermilk drink to wash it all down. The monotony of the work is further enlivened by the women's songs. Then there's charcoal to be made. It's determined that to smelt a basket of iron ore, 3 baskets of charcoal will be needed. 1 young tree is felled for the purpose.
गोल लाउनको लागि सर
गोल के का लागि लाउने
यो हामी तपाईको धाउ निकालेर तपाईको धाउलाई पगालेर अनि फलम निकाल्नको लागि
Local trees such as rhododendron, Prunus cerasoides, Chimawalichi and Leonia ovalifolia make for the best charcoal according to Thombadur Sunar. The wood is lit, covered up with earth and left to smolder overnight. Back in the village, the men are busy constructing the afar, the furnace into which the charcoal and ore will go. The furnace is made from local clay mixed in with chopped up Eulaliopsis pinnata, the fibrous leaves of which help bind the structure. A shelter is also erected to protect the furnace and the workers from the wind and the sun. The buzz draws the old miners from around the village, and they can't help joining in. In the forest, the charcoal is ready. It's dusty, thirsty work.
बाजेले पालामा पनि तपाईको रुख काट्ने त्यहाँ तपाईको दाउरा चिर्ने अनि गोल खाडो खन्ने अनि तपाईको गोल खाडो खनेपछि तपाईको गोल बनाउने तपाईँ गोल बनाउने सबै काम हाम्रो बाजे दिजुले पनि गर्नुहुन्थ्यो अनि बाउले पनि गर्नुहुन्थ्यो त्यहाँ अनि अहिले तपाईको बाउको पछि हामीले पनि अनि यही पेशा सिकेको हो
And this time, the men opt for something a little stronger. There's no doubt the local spirit is strong. It's all coming together now. The furnace is ready, so is the charcoal. And the iron ore has been broken into pieces and dried in the sun to expedite smelting. The ore and the charcoal are added incrementally. This bellows, known as a khalati, was perhaps last used by his grandfather 70 to 80 years ago. It is fashioned out of cured buffalo or ox skin and would have been used to pump air into the furnace and maintain the high temperatures needed to smelt the ore. And there are plenty of volunteers to keep the furnace going for 8 hours. At a temperature of over 1200 Celsius to separate the iron from the rock. The only change from the traditional artisanal mining of the Afrikamis is an updated bellows.
दाहिने यो देब्रे यो यसको देब्रे खनाल्टी यसको दाहिने खनाल्टी खलान्ती हाल्नु हामी यसरी चालु गरेर देखाउन हो त्यसरी हो.
For some, it brings back memories. Towards the end, the men begin to get impatient. There's some debate as to what the best way to proceed is. But despite their understandable eagerness to put the knowledge of their ancestors to the test, they seem to have got it pitch perfect. This is no idle demonstration either. After such a collective effort, it would be a shame if the newly smelted iron were not put to use.
अब यहाँको फलम अब बाउलो जान्थ्यो बाउलो पिउठान जान्थ्यो बन्दुको यहाँको फलम जाति भनेर बन्दुको नाल सुत्दा यहाँ यही फलमले बन्दथ्यो यस्तो कहलाको खानी हो के यो फलमका लागि खानी त जग्गा जग्गा छन् नि यो रोजा खानी यो यहाँको फलम सधैँ खार भनेर भन्न पर्यो यहाँको फलम खुब चल्ती हुन्थ्यो हजुर यसको हतियार पनि खुब लाग्ने
We now have a brand new chukpi, a tool to cut bricks freshly smelted from the iron ores of Phalamkhani after hiatus of 70 years. The rest of the new iron is used to make a whole. The success of their collective endeavor is cause for celebration. We now know that despite the passing of time, Phalamkhani can still live up to its name. There is iron in these mines. The villagers still possess the skills to extract the iron. And if the community forests were properly managed, would not the resumption of mining promise a better future for the blacksmiths of Phalamkhani than their dilapidated houses suggest? The government of Nepal has recently signed a 20-year agreement with Nepal Parvat Khani Udyog to begin excavation of the mines around Phalamkhani. The locals are understandably opposed to the idea that outsiders will benefit from what they believe to be their resources. The government should take the initiative to involve the locals in the development of the area.
गभर्नमेन्टले यसलाई अब संसदलाई चाहिँ यसलाई आर्थिक सहयोग गर्यो भने यो एउटा फलामखानी गाविसको एउटा आर्थिक यो आउने यो सोर्स हो। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हामी सबै जातहरु मिलेर यसलाई सहयोग गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने यो भावना सबैकोमा जागेको छ अहिले।
The availability of cheap imported iron may in any case mean that artisanal mining of the kind once practiced by Bhave Kami and his community cannot be revived. But there is hope for the future. Ultimately, it may make more sense to draw attention to the legacy of Bhave Kami to channel benefits to his impoverished community than attempt to bring back what ultimately proved to be unsustainable.
वही गाहक यहाँ आमते यहाँ बिक्री पनि हुन्थ्यो फेरि बाहिर पनि लाने
अघि पनि अब केही न केही सुक्कै जस्तो थियो के रे हजुर अघि अब आफ्नो बिजनेस थियो आफ्नो उसले भन्न पर्यो खाना भइराखेको थियो खाने जिनिस पनि पाइए नि बिक्री बिसन पनि हुने त्यस्तो थियो हजुर
भारतको फलमाम लायो यहाँको अब गोलबुटो गोल ठोकियो गोल नभई काम हुन्न वनबुटो हरायो त्यसो हुँदाखेरि दुःख जस्तो भयो
उनीहरूले आफूलाई चाहिने चिजहरू तुरुन्तै वन जङ्गलबाट ल्याएर आफूले प्रयोग गर्न जानेका थिए घाउ निकाल्दै र त्यसलाई प्रशोधन गर्दै जाँदाखेरि जब वन जङ्गल नासिँदै गयो उनीहरूको जीवन पनि बिस्तारै बिस्तारै ओझेल्न पर्दै गयो किनभने त्यहाँका दलित समुदायको मुख्य पेसा भनेकै घाउ निकाल्नु र त्यसलाई पगाल्नु अथवा फलाम प्रशोधन गर्नु थियो वास्तवमा तिनीहरू आफैमा विशेषज्ञता थिए भन्ने हामीले चाहिँ पायौं
But whatever happens with Phalamkhani's mines, we should all acknowledge the pioneering role the blacksmiths of this village and others like it played in modernizing the state of Nepal. Bhave Kami and his ilk were the first engineers of Nepal, drawing metal out of rock so men could plow the land, women could run their households, and soldiers could fight for the state. Like Hephaestus, the divine metal worker, the blacksmiths of Phalamkhani are often ignored. But without their inspiration, we are without iron, the base of civilization, and we are lost.